Hello friends, welcome to Golden Angel Tarot. This is yet another timeless reading, but if you are watching this during the end of Mercury Retrograde 2025 and Venus Retrograde 2025, which is almost over, then these are the energies you should consider. But remember, whenever you're watching this, it is on from that time. And let me talk about Venus retrograde, because that's what I aim for. This is a spread about Venus retrograde, which was during 1st of March up until 12th, 13th of April. So next week we'll be out of the woods, you can say, regarding the Venus retrograde. And it was in Aries. It got back to Pisces from time to time, and again back to Aries. So those were the energies. Like, probably we felt passionate, we felt excited, a little bit angry maybe, and then sometimes we felt more sensitive, more understanding. So I assume those are the energies you went back and forth. And I was thinking about this spread for a few days now, and I kept procrastinating it. Today I felt really anxious and really agitated, to the point like I cannot delay it anymore. And I didn't have any problems today. There's no need to be agitated or excited about. So I'm assuming this is your energy, and this is the way my guides are telling me, like, now is the time. So I am prepared. I prepare some questions because I like being prepared, and like, you get better guidance when you know what you're asking about specifically. So I am hoping to get some answers for you under main 6 questions. And this deck of mine has been wanting to, like, bottom of the deck is Sun, by the way. It is a really beautiful card. It means healing, hopes, better outcome. Also the Sun, you know, you can think about springtime, summertime, warmer times. And this person looks like illuminated, you know, like enlightened in some way. So this deck has been wanting to be in my hand. Like, I kept playing with it for a few days now, and like, you can see it's color purple. And for those who are interested in, you know, chakras and energies, purple is the color of the third eye. Third eye is our intuition, what we feel, maybe some guidance. And also another one is this deck. Again, it is also like pinkish, purplish, lilac. Could be like a crown chakra. And also this deck has been speaking to me. So the first time I was thinking about the spread, these 2 decks were on my mind. So main decks will be these. If I feel the need, I might get help from my Moonology cards, and bottom of the deck is Hold Your Vision. So keep up the good work, I can say. And since it is Venus Retrograde Spread, Venus is about our, like most of you know, love life, relations, partnerships. It is the main energy ruling the Libra and Taurus. So Libra is about relationships and balance and giving back and forth, and Taurus is more like being practical, grounded, into the comfort, maybe a little prone to staying in the comfort zone, maybe being a little bit stubborn, like who likes the archetype, of course. I mean, Taurians like to keep their habits, and they are really stubborn. If something doesn't add up in their mind, it doesn't make sense. They are really reluctant to change anything about it, or if something doesn't make sense, they just don't listen to what others say. And of course, they don't like people forcing ideas or habits on them. So now that we have made the intro and the energies that I feel, let's continue with the details. So I'm gonna ask 6 questions and we will seek answers together. Hopefully this will be helpful for the collective. And the things that I felt, like I said in intro, whatever pops in your mind the minute you click on this video, or like when I think about retrogrades and things to release, things to take lessons, things to contemplate on, whatever that topic is, probably that's the main thing that you should consider regarding this reading. So what is it that you need to continue, or you need to change, or you need to judge about yourself or about other people, about your relations or your habits? So we'll see what we need to do. Now, for my first question, again, I cleansed the area, the decks, I shuffled, I meditated, which was not helpful with my agitated energy, which means like I'm feeling your energy because I have no trouble calming myself most of the time. So yeah, let's see. Now, first question I want to ask is about the pasts. It was 1.5 month retrograde, so what is the past and the energies that were around during the retrograde, the days, weeks? What is the past, what was the past energies regarding this retrograde? What is it? There are some energies, but this one. So past energies, okay. 8 of Pentacles. So again, we talked about Venus being the ruler of Taurus and the Libra, and Taurians are, the archetype is like hardworking, concentrating on their work. So this man, you can see he's quite focused on the work or the tangible things that he's doing. So probably during the retrograde you were working on your career, maybe your health, because Pentacles are like earthly situations. It could be your work, it could be your body, health, the things that you can actually work on, not psychological point of view. So yeah, it seems like the past energies regarding the retrogrades, seems like you are working on yourself, busy with your work, your health maybe, and quite concentrated on like sharp laser eyes here. This is something you concentrated on. Also, this might mean, in a psychological point of view, maybe your words in relationships. You were working on it, you're trying to maybe understand what is the value that I add to the relationship, or what is the value people add to my life, whoever that is, like your partner, your friends, your romantic love interest, or your platonic love interest, any of this, any kind of relationship. But this is something tangible, so you have been working on this, in my opinion. And I don't know if we need some more, but I want to take from this deck. So bottom of the deck is 9 of Wands. Wands are passionate and like the fire energy. It can be about your passion, your vitality, your life force. And you can see like this person here, I mean it's the bottom of the deck, but the general idea, general energy I get is like this person knows their boundaries, you know, like how she's standing, so calm and so confident. So there is a lot of fire around her, the creative work. Again, with the work and this one, I'm assuming you have been putting up some boundaries maybe, and you've been getting good at that. And I want to take this card. I feel like I need to take this card. So this cements the idea that you have been doing tangible work on your career, or your day-to-day life, or your health. And if it's about the value of your relationships, you have been concentrating on that, working on that. So this is really nice. And for the second question, I want to know about aligning energies now. So energies that are converging and the influences of the energies that have aligned and caused that release that is going to come. Because as you know, retrogrades are for us to release some stuff, you know, like it's not a good time to, I mean, of course you can do whatever you want, no one can tell you what to do, but normally it's not advised to start something new, start a new project, start a new relationship. This is more like going back, like the retrofitting projects, you know, like you go back and you try to understand what works, what doesn't work, what can be upgraded. So this means what is aligning together so that everything comes together for our best interest. So aligning energies, what is coming, what has been coming together, and it's gonna be finished in a week. Next week you can think about starting new things, whatever you're thinking about. So what are the energies aligning? Okay, I want to take this one. Okay. So Five of Pentacles normally is about loss, rejection. Could be monetary loss, could be loss of a friend. So you see here there's two people, and also they look similar, or like twins. I mean, maybe these are two parts that are quite sad and don't see eye to eye, or don't agree on things. So this could be again you probably felt some sadness, some rejection, some sad energy, which makes you feel like that doesn't work. Something doesn't work, and coming out of this is like, this is probably the main energy that is moving you forward with whatever you need to release or whatever you need to put in effect or step up. So yeah, it feels like maybe from the inside, see, like bottom of the deck is the 8 of Cups. So this is someone walking away from their sadness, their fears, but this person is walking towards themselves, you know, like maybe your inner self. And like you can see these lights coming here, going out or coming in, like divinely. There's this exchange of energy between you and your spirit guides, the universe, whatever you think of it. And it seems like, yes, you look sad, but this person looks like they learned some lessons, they had some illuminations, and although it's not what they wanted, they are brave enough to walk towards themselves, choosing themselves and walking away from these sadnesses. Like cups are usually things that we experience emotionally, so you can say these are like emotional lessons, emotional experiences that you had, which again, like here you can see it's like it's mirroring. So those things, maybe your inner self mirrored outside, and like it made you realize like some things don't add up, you don't see eye to eye, like you have conflicting things, you know, like maybe you have an ex-lover, you want them to come back, but deep inside you know it's not good for you and you don't want them back, kind of thing, you know. Or you know, you want to do something about your health, but actually it's not what you need to do. You inside, you know, that is not the way. So this is something conflicting, you know. And again, you can see like there's divine guidance lately. I think all of us are getting a lot of guidance, of course, if you are open to it. I mean, the divine doesn't force. I mean, sometimes it might be forceful, it might feel forceful and sad, but usually it is us who should be seeking, who will be seeking that when we are ready. So I guess it's coming from a point of loss, from the loss mindset, but deep down you need to walk away from. And like this card wanted to show itself when I was talking. So the Hierophant is the card of Taurus. Again, like these doesn't have to be the actual zodiac signs. This doesn't have to be, or the other person's, or your friends or your boss's sign. This is just the energies I'm talking about. So, but here, Hierophant is also, it can mean you are divinely guided. This could mean religious guidance, or a mentor, like someone mentoring you. And this person seems like, you know, again, this looks like a halo, and again, this deck is quite divine effect, you know. I mean, this deck gives me that divine effect. It's more spiritual or more deep than regular money stuff or that and this. Okay, so this is, again, could be a mentor. And like when I talk about you yourself having this different parts of you that doesn't come together, or feels like it doesn't come together, you walking to yourself, and this again, I feel this is sometimes, you know, like mentor or the guide doesn't have to be someone else. It can be you, or if you like to call it, your higher self. So yeah, you and your higher self could be leading the way, or I don't know how you would feel about it. And that's the energy I get, you know. So yes, the point is you feeling loss of something, or feeling like the emptiness of something. And yes, I want to take these. So Five of Pentacles, the loss, then you walking away from this unwanted situations towards your real inner self, and being divinely guided. So yeah, energy is aligning now. And also Lovers at the bottom of the deck, but I don't want to, yeah, I mean, Lovers could mean, just want to give the main idea, like it could be actual lovers, since it's Venus and other things, because we are talking about energies aligning. So this could be you and the other person aligning, or this could be your inner self aligning, because like we have like everywhere there's duality. They say we have the feminine and the masculine inside ourselves, so this can be coming together in your heart space, feeling as a whole, walking away from people, situations, jobs, circumstances that doesn't fulfill you, into more situations, things that makes your heart grow, makes your heart warm, that makes you more satisfied, or that agrees with you, you know, following your heart maybe. Yeah. Or sometimes they talk about the Lovers being a choice. So like there's two person here, there's two person here, so maybe there are two parts that are brewing. Either it will be inside of you, like a spiritual way, or either, I don't know, like if you're into this soulmate, twin flame stuff, I mean, those are quite, how can I say, it's no way to confirm, to be honest. I mean, if you believe in that, could be something like two parts coming together. It could be either spiritual, it could be an actual person, or just parts of yourself. So we will continue and see what comes next. And just to be sure, again, I want to take so bottom of the deck is the Magician. Magician is, now it has, the Magician has all the elements they have. This could be outside circumstances, or this could be inside, like you have the guidance, the wisdom, everything, and all you have to do is just make it happen, alchemize it, change it, and transform it to a more useful, more good way, in a good way that serves you. So I want to take this card too. I'm not gonna look at the other card because I want to take another one. So what are the aligning energies regarding this retrograde? Let's see. So Wheel of Fortune. So tens in numerology is end of something. Also, this could be end of your confusion. This could be finding answers, or getting the guidance you need to decide on something. You know, like Four of Pentacles. Usually, this could mean collecting things. It's usually more material side, but also you can be holding on to things, you know, and what are you holding on is what might change here with maybe because it's the wheel of fortune, so what comes around goes around. There will be a completion, and this person, you know, there's this snake around the wheel, and snake can be venomous, or you can use the venom as a cure. So it's all in you. How you alchemize it will be all up to you, I think. And snake also, we talk about, you know, seeing things in a new perspective, changing things inside our head, shedding skin, you know, like snakes and some reptiles, you know, they shed skin because they grow. So it could be choice of your own, or it could be like the faith will bring some situations or brought some situations, because like it's almost over. We're just like 1 week away from the end of the retrograde, so maybe you already have come through, because like we are talking about aligned energies. Maybe some things came together, like see there are like gears, you know, like you can find inside of a machine or a clock. So maybe this person eyes are closed, and maybe behind the wheel, behind all the gears are turning, things are coming together, and it's already led you to some changes, or it will lead you through some changes that will be divinely guided and allow you to walk away from all this loss and maybe find a new self-value. Okay, I think there's not much left to say about this. Question number 3 is, since it's about retrograde and release, what can you let go of for your highest good? Or the emphasis on what should you be releasing in the near future. So what should the viewer let go of? The influence of the retrograde, or whenever you're watching this, means it's time for you to release something. Woohoo! Okay. Alright, so Wheel of Fortune. Again, we talked about Wheel of Fortune. So Wheel of Fortune is usually things that we can't control. It's not in our hands to control things, people, you know, like bottom of the deck, 4 of Pentacles, again, holding on to things and stuff. So faith, fortune, whatever you call it, is not in our hands to control. See, this person looks like a little disappointed. Like, this person looks like they like to be in control. I mean, most of us do, because who likes uncertainty? You know, I mean, I definitely don't. And I had this urge to, I still probably have it, but you learn, you know, you can't control people sometimes, you can't control situations. So I think this is about control. So you should let go of the idea of control and move with the flow. Again, with the energies, the astrologer says for 1.5, 2 years, things will be quite different, and we should be focusing on our mental health, because things are changing quite a bit, like technology and AI and everything, and economies are not going well in most of the countries, and things are happening, and yeah, I mean, we should go with the flow. This is a interesting time for us to find our spiritual self, maybe find out about what matters most. And again, I mean, I find it easier. Yes, it's not always easy to go with the flow, but because like if your mental health is in a good shape, your physical health is in good shape. If you mentally have problems, anxieties, diseases, and it shows in your physical self. So I think, yes, this is about control, and also, you know, like, yes, we like material things, houses, cars, clothes, whatever you're into, physical possessions, but I think this is a time as a collective that we should stop thinking about the material and focus on more spiritual. And Pluton is in Aquarius now, and it will be for a long time. And Aquarius is air element, it's logical, it's more about the community, giving back to community, doing what is good for people. I mean, it doesn't mean do whatever you can at all costs, at cost of your well-being. It's not what I mean. You first and foremost, you have to think about yourself. It's not being selfish. I mean, during that process, if you're hurting people, of course it's selfish, but without hurting people, trying to be objective, trying to do your own thing is what is advised to keep our physical and mental health. So earthly possessions, more than earthly possessions, is the spiritual, because like also there's a collective getting spiritually upgraded, or also like a lot of people finding their spiritual journey or awakening. That's what I observe, and more people talk about the soul purpose, what really matters in life. So yes, the need for control and the obsession with the material worlds and possessions is, I think, what should we let go of for our highest good. And just to confirm, I'm gonna, again, Four of Pentacles, and I'm gonna put this here and take one more for what should the collective let go of for their highest good. What should the collective let go of for their highest good? Okay, feel like this one. Okay, so I believe the Sun is a beautiful card, beautiful cards for us to consider. And again, also it's the Sun. Sun is the ruler of Leo. Leo is a beautiful archetype. Again, confident, giving. They like performing. They like being in the public, and maybe because like we are talking about letting go, maybe the ego, you know, like, because as a shadow side, Leo's or person with the Leo archetype can be a little bit egotistical, a little bit of know-it-all, a little bit performer, you know. So I think this is about, again, letting go of the control, and also maybe earthly possessions, earthly endeavors and or seeking more material satisfaction, and also some ego, if we have such a thing. Now, it's time for our fourth question. So, main theme of the retrograde, meaning what is the lesson we need to take? What is the lesson? What is the theme that the collective should consider? What is the lesson the collective need to take? So I'm thinking this one. Okay, death. So, for most of you follow tarot, that doesn't mean literal death. So again, we talk about releasing retrograde and change of internal things, going with the flow, and that is death and rebirths. And I don't know if you can see the details here. So this skull has this third eye. So there is a sun, a jewel, could be amethyst, I don't know what. And also what I see is a sword here, and it's coming from the top. Again, it gives me the feeling of the divine and the Ace of Swords energy. And Ace of Swords is being logical, new starts, new ideas, and also illumination and clarity, gaining clarity about something. And the clarity comes with the death, with the change, with the ending of things. It could be, again, ending old habits, ending the need to control, ending or changing, having a new idea about the earthly possessions, or what you should or shouldn't do about your health, maybe, because health is also, like, a lot of us live an inactive life, sedentary life, me included. I can't, I'm not proud, I should be working on my health also. So everything I say here, I also, like, I don't just preach, I tell it to myself too. So we are on the same journey called life, and we live different experiences, but in the end we feel similar things, you know, like we sometimes feel we are alone, but actually when you talk about it, I realize, like, many people feel the same feelings and have the same. Of course, we are all different. The understanding we get from the experience, the lessons, the traumas we get from experiences, slightly different, of course. I mean, it's personal, but in a big picture sense, it is similar. We're all human, and we live in this life with this body, with which gets old, which gets illnesses. So whatever we need to learn our lesson. So again, the lesson here is be ready to kill some ideas in your head, finish those patterns, those maybe things you keep doing and doing, repeating all the same old stuff, and get a new perspective. The main lesson is getting the clarity with new perspectives. And bottom of the deck is, Two of Wands. So again, Two of Wands is this person. See, she looks happy, and she looks like, normally in classical tarot, this one wand is like stationary, the other one is in the hand of the person. But here, this means planning, thinking about expanding, and this person is walking towards us. So we, with the deaths and the change of ideas, with the clarities, now we can get into action, plan things and move forward. And when we are moving through, we are actually coming back to ourselves. This person is coming towards me, so you're finding yourself, you're finding your inner truths, and you're merging things, and you're moving towards yourself. That is what I'm getting. And Ace of Swords, again, I told you, Ace of Swords, the clarity, the change will bring you so much more than you expect, I think. And again, I want to take an extra confirmation from this deck. So what is the main theme? What is the lesson of this retrograde? My dear angels, my dear guides. Okay, so this one wants to come. Friends, I mean, I don't like showing my emotions in the public too much, but I'm just, this is amazing. See, I'm not saying I'm so magical, I read it so well, the energies, it's not what I mean, okay? It's not what I mean. And also Two of Pentacles, so 222. 222s are the theme here. And that is number 13. 13 comes, when you sum it up, it is 4, and again 4 is stability. So with this decision, the planning, the moving forward, you will be actually walking towards your stability. And energies are, seriously, everything is energy, and energies are amazing, my friends. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm just like, it doesn't show from my voice, I know, but I'm like, wow. Yes, and now I'm feeling the wow. I hope you're feeling the wow too. And like, hopefully you don't need me to tell you. This is confirmation for what you have been thinking about and contemplating and reaching to conclusions, because like, again, it's almost end of the retrograde, so I'm assuming you have already reached to a certain point in this timeline. Now, 5th question. So this is beautiful, actually, death and rebirth. So my next question is, what actions you can take to bring in the positive energies or avoid the negative outcomes. So let's see, what are the actions collective can take regarding this retrograde, this release, this alignment. So what are the actions you can take? Okay, not quite feeling it. Okay, this one. Knight of Pentacles. So knights are usually action, and pentacles, again, yes, it could be emotional, yes, it could mean relations, but also relationships, partnerships are we experience in real life. So the action is actually, like, we are in the season of Aries, you know, we had this new moon in Aries. If some of you have watched the reading, you know what it is about. Action, so be active and invest. So Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, the Knights are actions, but Pentacles are the slowest one, you know, it requires you to work on it a little bit, you know, like after the end of cycles and planning and walking towards things. Of course, you need to invest in things. You can invest, I mean, the best advice I can give you and myself is invest in yourself. It could be your well-being, it could be your health, it can be your job, it can be I don't like giving examples because you're, I think, smart enough to think what it is, like the first thing that comes to your mind when you're watching this reading, you know. So invest in things that are tangible. I mean, yes, I said like go with the flow, don't hold on to possessions and things, but your health, your job, your education, you know, these are not mundane things. These are things you can do to actualize yourself, things that can move you toward your physical world and your spiritual world. So bottom of the deck is Ace of Wands. So invest in and move and take action regarding the wands. The wands are your passions, your endeavors, entrepreneurship, you know, what makes your heart sing, you know, what makes you happy, like a job maybe that doesn't feel like a job, that you can do 24/7, or a sports you can start, and it doesn't have to be going to gym, I'm just taking a short walk, you know, if that makes you happy, if you feel like it's going to be for your well-being, because like physical health means good mental health also. Good circulation is good. I mean, if you're sitting in front of the desk, it's like a desk job. We all need to be moving more, and since like we are under the influence of Aries energies, we'll be having a lot of energies, and we should be using it in some way, and most productive, most beneficial way is using with our physical body, our physical health. So sports, you can do it yourself, you can do it with your friends if that's what you enjoy. So taking action towards your passions, your what makes you tick, you know, like yes, that's what I want, yes, this makes me happy, you know. So that is the message that you should be, that the action you should be taking. And again, for confirmation, I want to ask my second deck and see like red and blacks, and also like the action energy here, the fire energy. So what are the actions that the collective, okay, it wants to come out. Okay, this one to come out, I want to take it, and also this one. So yes, now what we get here is the Chariot again, action. So here this person seems like holding a wand, see, like this is the wand, okay, and you are on your horse taking action and fast movement, like the Chariot is fast movement, going towards things that you want, decisively and with confidence, with being decisive, and also see like the wand he is holding here, and also like these four, it reminds me of four wands, like this is red, the energy, the power, the passion, and four wands is usually the stability. So and also I see again two here twos, twos can mean something if you're seeing around. Also people see, including me, like 111s, 111s, 1111s, you know, so 2s and 11s, if you're seeing those, probably these are your synchronicities or signs for you that this might resonate with you. And the two horses that look similar, you know, so again, two parts of you back to back, is working together. It doesn't have to come together because, like, see, they are facing other side here also. So it doesn't have to come together, but they work together. So somehow, even though maybe it's your mind and your heart, so usually they don't agree. In my case, you know, I have these mind-heart things, confrontation a lot, which we should all be doing, I think, as conscious people. So even if you don't agree, the two parts that don't agree, still they work together and they move forward. And the action you take, the passion you have, the project, the thing that you're going to take action on is going to bring you to your stability, to where you want to go. And again, I think doing this, you will be doing this. Meanwhile, again, Ace of Swords. So Ace of Swords, like I mentioned before, is clarity, but also here it gives me the idea, like the crown and the stars, and like it just looks like the sun, you know. And this person, it comes from the heart. So while you're taking action, make sure it comes from the heart, and I think you will be again receiving divine guidance or some intuition about things, and being open with your communication, with your ideas. If you know what you want, if it really comes from your heart. And I think, and like, see, this person, the eyes are closed. Yes, it's logical, it's clear, it's clarity, but it comes from the heart. Yes, I mean, please don't ignore your logic too. It's not what I say. But decide on what is it that you want, what comes from your heart. What, again, like I said, what sings, what makes your heart sing, what speaks from your heart, what speaks to your heart, okay? And this will, I think, serve you in a really good way. Yes. So take action, Chariots, and be in the flow. Now, the actions, the energies we can bring in, we talked about it, and the final card is the outcome. So this is the outcome of the whole retrograde. What will it bring? These revelations, these inner work, this guidance, what will it lead? What will be the probable outcome? I mean, the bottom of the deck is Emperor. The Emperor is 4. We talked about stability, and Emperor is in control of their, you know, it's the mixture of all the kings in tarot. So emotionally, in the material world, in their passion, they're under control, disciplined, they know what they want, people respect them, they respect themselves, and they know what they're doing. So the bottom of the deck and the outcome is you, again, like he has this, it almost looks like the moon. So moon is your intuition, your guidance. Sometimes they talk about fears, and I don't get even if it's fears, like that is behind him, you know, like he grow out of that fear. Now he's using that, and like, see again the divine guidance, the light coming from up above, and like to his crown, you know, he has his intuition. I mean, when I say he, the masculine energy in all of us. So if this masculine energy, if your energy, your creative, your disciplined, your proactive energy, the fears are behind you. Now you alchemized it, you used them for a higher good, and you're in control. you know what you want, you're in control of your heart, and yes, I mean, fears are behind you, intuition, you got your intuition, you got your guidance, and now you know what you want. But I'm gonna take another discard, and okay, like, deck is talking to me, people. I mean, so Joker is, again, see, I mean, you're in control, and what you'll be manifesting is, again, like, he's holding a wand, and also this is like a balloon, like it's purple. Balloon is like, the moment you release it, it goes up. So yes, you can release it, it can go up, but you're in control, you're in total control. It is your passion, it is a new mindset. Again, the moon is behind him, so if the masculine energy in you had fears, now you don't have it. Now you're in total control, and with a mindset, with a new beginning. So I'm gonna take this one too, and I want to take another card for the outcome. So what will you be manifesting after this whole process? What will the collective be manifesting after all this? The two cards want to jump, so I'm gonna take them. Okay, so now there's a typo in this deck, which is unfortunately say, because this is a beautiful deck I like, and this is actually the Knight of Cups and Ace of Cups. So this means you'll be getting some realizations, you'll be letting go of some patterns, you'll be ending and getting new perspective and taking action on your passion, on your projects, on what makes you, do what you want for a long time without feeling like it's a job. And with that, you'll be in control of your life. You will have the new mindset, a new journey, if you may, a new journey that you're going to continue, and you will, again, this is a action regarding cups are like emotions. Again, it can be about art, it can be about creative things. So when you listen to your heart, Knight of Cups is an action that is in line with the heart, with emotions. Again, we talked about the moon and the intuition and the guidance. Like here you can see, like, she has the guidance, the moon behind her, behind the feminine. So you will be taking actions that will fulfill you emotionally, whatever it may be, and you are open to new beginnings. It could be creative work, it could be something that you may add to your life in an artistic way, like that will make your life more beautiful. This could also mean emotions, relations, maybe if it's about your relationship with people or some romantic interest. This could mean you'll be bringing a romantic moment, romantic act on other person's part, and this could mean a romantic beginning, but also this could mean something fulfilling, because like there are clouds, but clouds are behind this cup, and this is a really, really big cup, friends. I mean, you can fill it with anything you want, anything you want. There's so much space, nothing is enough, like sky is the limit, and like dark clouds are behind and like white clouds are coming in, and it's coming in from the above. So again, I'm feeling a divine sense of beautiful energy, positive energy, fulfillment for you. So what it will bring you is emotional fulfillment. Again, I mean, like we talked, Venus is about relationships, but also about our internal value, how we perceive our own value, and also possessions. So maybe you being emotionally fulfilled with yourself could mean some new monetary gains. You know, I mean, you could start a job that you like better than your current one, or again, you might be doing that something that fulfills you. Like, it doesn't have to be like your only job, maybe on the side. And bottom of the deck is Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups. This person is, again, like you see the halo, so calm, all these cups here, all the fulfillment. You'll be so happy with yourself. You'll be, nines are release but also harvest, so you'll be reaping what you sow, or your actions, what you start will fulfill you immensely. What the realizations you had and the actions you take accordingly in alignment with your heart's desire will give you the fulfillment you've been seeking. And since the decks are here, I want to be I want to be generous and get one Moonology and one Elemental Oracle card. So bottom of the deck is Joy and Music and number 28. It could be something for you. Again, here there's like a violin or cello, I'm not sure which one. Like, see the divine light, the moon, and she feels so satisfied, and she looks content with herself, you know, like she doesn't care what other people think or say or tell her to do. Like, that there's this desert, but she doesn't feel the draw because she's fulfilled. And like here with the music, there's growth, there's hope, there's new things coming into life. So what is the advice to collective regarding this whole reading? I want, if I may, I want one card that would give the best guidance regarding the collective. So, okay, this one is the guidance. Passion. Friends, I told you that this energy doesn't lie, seriously. Passion. So all these cups and wands tell us the soul, passion. So number 14, it's 5. So again, we talked about releasing, change of perspective, and also you can approach this from the point of like number 1, initiation, intuition, self-reliance, and number 4, stability. So your self-reliance will get you to your stability through your passion, through the craving of your soul. So see this eye, there are growths here, there's the universe, and butterflies, the transformation, dragonfly, you know, like rebirth and new energy, passionate energy in this eye. I see earth here, so you will be seeing your world from a different perspective. And like, see the water is to emotion, a lot of passion, a lot of abundance. Like, water is abundance, and it's like waterfall, you know, like once you have this transformation and with the new, with the Death card and the new perspective, you will have joy. Like this could be tears of joy and the abundance coming with all this passion and being true to yourself, and I am quite I don't want to use the word like what we use talking to ourselves and what we use the linguistics matter. That's what the first thing my psychologist told me. So the way you speak about yourself, the way you speak to others, the words you choose are important. So instead of using obsessive, I'm going to say I'm thorough with the details, and I want to check if there's a message that I'm missing that I should give you. Okay, so number 14, the soul. So I told you about number 11. This is on page 38. 38 might mean something for some of you. It sums up to 11. 11 might mean, if you're seeing, like I said, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2s, it could mean something for you. It might resonate or be a synchronicity somehow. Let me read. What is the spark that lights you up? The divine lives within you. Consider your motivations carefully. Know where your resistance lies. Again, so holding up 4 of Pentacles, what you're holding on to. Carefully consider. Consider your motivations carefully. Know where your resistance lies. We all have more than one purpose in life, and having a passion makes us feel more alive. So the word of power is psyche, and the psyche means soul, mind, spirit. So what makes your heart sing, what makes your soul satisfied is what you should be gaining from this retrograde, hopefully. And again, yes, so basically, like I said, being passionate, do what you do with passion, and this will nourish your soul and nourish you in general. And since talking about being generous, another advice from Moonology cards. So what is the advice for the collective regarding this reading, this spread? My dear angels, my dear spirits, positive energies, what is your advice for the collective? Okay, this one. Oh, okay. I'm gonna take 2. Okay, I want to take this one too. Wow, this is beautiful, friends. So, bottom of the deck is new moon in Pisces. Meditate and contemplate. Again, we talked about this. Instead of starting new things, embarking on new projects, retrograde times are for contemplation. Meditate part is up to you. I mean, I find meditation quite useful, but there's also like the side effect, they say, of being a little bit depressed. So I advise you to go slow. If there's someone you trust, you can like take lessons or take guidance from them. If you're doing it on your own, please go slow and be careful. Like I said, like meditation is found to be really useful for like really people with physical illnesses. Like 15 minutes of daily meditation is found pretty beneficial for their health. And I mean, I do meditate when I was going through my dark night of the soul. It helped me immensely. It makes you connect to the outside world with the mindfulness. You know, like instead of trying to control everything, you just let things slip by. So meditation is good. If you want to, you can lean on it. If you don't, you don't have to. But this is about like being in the calm state of mind and thinking about things. And expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. Again, with the retrograde, like I said, death and rebirth, we'll be experiencing a lot of changes, and whether we want it or not, but hopefully it will be our choice and it will be for our highest good, and show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. Again, I talked about Aquarius being helpful to community, or maybe feeling you belong to community, you know, like, because with all these passionate endeavors and actions, we talked about the wands and cups, and so being passionate of emotional beginnings might get you in your soul tribe, you know, like you can find like-minded people, and like if you come from a heart space, like what you really want from the bottom of your heart, and this might, because like whatever you do, if you do it with love, if you do it with passion, you'll be successful. I mean, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be earning millions, you don't have to have million followers. The most important thing is like you are actualizing yourself and you're satisfied with yourself first and foremost. And if people feel that, they will show that to you, and I think this will bring a change, and with the change people will see real you. This could also mean your community, your friends, your family. Maybe you'll start saying like, I don't want it this way, I want it that way. Or you start to say, like, if you're a people pleaser, you know, usually I was one of them, and I still work on that. So instead of like expecting people to read your mind, you will start to say like, I wish we could do this, or I wish we can do it like that, or I wish we could talk about this in this way. And with that, your surroundings change, the people, how they react to change, and it will be, you'll be real. You don't have to act, or you don't have to satisfy other people's needs, you know, like the most important thing is your satisfaction. First and foremost, feed your passion, be satisfied with yourself, and you'll see great change, in my opinion. So, my dear friends, this is the reading. I don't need to talk more, I talked a lot already. Hope you're not bored. I mean, Mercury retrograde is over, and I'm feeling the effect. I can talk more fluently, and hopefully it feels fluent to you. As I say always, you can speed it up if you're bored. I like the Tibetan bowls, the Tibet rings and stuff behind, but if you speed it up, it sounds weird behind the video, so I prefer not to use any sounds in the background. That's why feel free to speed it up. Hopefully you're not bored. Hopefully this will help you get some guidance, some healing, some confirmation. And if you like it, you hit the like button. If you don't want to, you don't have to. If you want to follow more readings, feel free to subscribe. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Again, free will. I believe in free will. And even if I believe it or not, there is free will. So yeah, not everything is up to me. I made my peace with that. So friends, love and peace, and take care. That's all for now.